Yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy AJ,
Your boy Nick.
and this is Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. What's poppin' with you, homie?
Ain't nothing much, bro. Looking forward to the battle, the gladiator battle we're about to have today.
The Battle of the 757.
The 757, yes, sir.
You got
I
Timbaland.
totally forgot about that. That's hilarious. Yeah.
What the verses?
That they're from the same
They're
area.
both
Yeah, like, I
playing.
really forgot.
They
Yeah,
are. They
that's
really are.
crazy, bro.
Me being from Virginia, like I know this
You
shit.
gotta know
But
that.
yeah, you got Timbaland versus the Neptunes, and I say the Neptunes because you cannot forget Chad Hugo.
Chad, you
It's
go.
Pharrell and Chad. Them niggas, that's a duo, even though they beef right now. But it's a duo. It's not all just Pharrell. But yeah,
Right.
Neptunes versus Timbaland, the Battle of the 757. That will be happening on live on Twitch and Twitter. I know we're on Facebook and YouTube right now because we got some other shit to talk about before we get to the battle. But yeah, speaking of that, so the first thing we're going to talk about is our hip hop fact of the day. And today in hip hop, December 6th, 2005, this album dropped. Give me a second. Lil Wayne, the
Carter
Carter
2.
2. The Carter 2. A classic album. Personally, my favorite Lil Wayne album. Personally. I don't know if anybody agrees, but this is my favorite album from Lil Wayne.
It's my favorite album too, honestly.
This one
Yeah.
is?
Yeah. I think it's actually pretty clear for me, actually. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good album, man. It's definitely classic material for sure.
Facts. Oh God. So what would you say is your favorite songs from the album? If you had to do like, I'll say a top three.
My top three, I say I love Mo Fire, I love Hustle Music, Money on My Mind, those three.
My guy. So yeah. Definitely Money in My Mind is definitely my favorite song from the album. I say that shit. I sing that shit all the motherfucking time. I would say Poppy Fireman. Fireman is definitely fire.
You can't go wrong with Fire, man.
And shit. Hustle music. I'll give you hustle music. Audible. Actually no. Take up Fireman, I'll put the mob.
The Mob, yeah.
I'll put the
I
mob.
say the Mob and Fireman in my top five, 4 and 5, right?
Yeah, that would definitely be in my top five for sure. It's kind of funny about we talk about Lil Wayne because you got the whole Super Bowl debacle with Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar. What's your thoughts on that? I don't know if we talked about it. I don't know if we talked about it on the show.
I think we might have talked about it briefly, but yeah, I mean, overall, like, I kind of understand both sides. Like, people wanting to celebrate Lil Wayne because he's a hip hop legend, which is sort of to me undisputed at this point. When you look at like his, like, you can really say that now he's a legend, especially if you look at like what he's influenced. You know what I'm saying? Since he's a number of years from his peak, right? So we can see that all these people that came after him, they fucking idolized this dude. And so he's most definitely a legend. My thing has always been like with this, it's like we don't have to throw a pity party for a legend though. Like he's a fucking legend. You know what I mean? It's like one thing if it's like people are trying to take that away from him and say like, oh, he's not that great and blah blah blah. Like that would be ridiculous. And that would spark some legitimate outrage if you said Lil Wayne, he didn't really do much for hip hop. That'd be crazy to say that. And then I wouldn't be surprised if people came out the woodwork and were like, "Fuck that, that's ridiculous," and they want to celebrate him. But in the case of a Super Bowl, it's just like I don't know why we're putting so much on that. Like, yes, it is New Orleans, but the Super Bowl's been in New Orleans a number of times, and he has not been invited. So, like, I don't know. I kind of look at it like it's like, can we just celebrate the first like I would say the first solo rap artist to get that nomination? Because I don't think we've had a group. We had the group. We had the West Coast when it was in LA.
Yeah, you're right.
We've never had a solo hip hop artist. So it's like, can we just celebrate that and be happy for Kendrick? And then on top of that too, you also gotta look at like you might feel like Lil Wayne should be the right fit, but look at him, bro. Like and also his music, like he has a lot of health problems. His music also is not that. It's not that like Super Bowl friendly. Like let's be honest. Like Kendrick, the counter argument would be that Kendrick isn't that Super Bowl friendly either. But I think it's more. I think you can find more songs that are a little more Just like realistic, because like it's the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is not a celebration of hip hop. Like it's not. That's not what it's for.
Facts.
It's a big event to celebrate football in a country that loves football. So it's about fucking football, and it's about mass audience. If it was the Hip Hop Awards, Lifetime Achievement Award, and they were like, fuck Lil Wayne, they're having it in New Orleans, and they're like, fuck Lil Wayne, we're not even going to invite his ass. That would be crazy. But this is a Super Bowl. That's why I'm like, I just don't get it. And I feel like it's just sort of, I think it's misguided, because it's like when you start Kendrick down, you're kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like crabs in a bucket to me. Like you're just kind of dragging him down, and like, can we be just happy for that? Like, can we just be happy that we have a solo rap artist? Like that's
Right.
as good as Kendrick. I mean, Kendrick's a great artist who loves hip hop culture, and it's like, so he's a good ambassador. Jay said it. Well, he was like, Kendrick's a once in a generation performer. So of course we had to get him in. So
Definitely, for sure.
where I'm at with it, bro. What about you?
I know. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's in New Orleans, and like you would think Lil Wayne or somebody from New Orleans, then that's had to be a Lil Wayne. It could be a Lil Wayne. It could be Master P or No Limit. That's a whole type shit. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you said, like it's been to New Orleans before, and he's never. Matter of fact, I think the last time it was in New Orleans, I believe Beyonce performed. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I know she did perform in New Orleans,
Mm.
and nobody batted an eye off that. Granted, that's R&B or slash pop, and this is hip hop, but either way, it's just kind of like y'all didn't have this backlash for her.
Right.
Granted, you don't want to have backlash with the Beehive because Beehive's going to tear you no one, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like I kind of making a big deal out of. I don't want to say nothing, but it's just like that kind of just making a big ass deal over this shit. I mean,
Yeah.
and then like I seen some live Lil Wayne performances, and it's just like I don't know if that will fit the Super Bowl. Like we were talking about this before we went on air, like what I'm saying, because Kendrick and SZA got their stadium tour coming out next year.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about how you actually went to a Kendrick Lamar concert was like
Mhm.
what was it 2 years ago or last year?
Yeah. Yeah. After Morale. Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
2022. Yeah.
after Morale came out, and you said that
Yeah.
shit was fucking amazing. So it's just
Amazing.
like he had an amazing stage presence. He had the crowd hype. So it's just like you hear that the Little Wayne clips that I seen. You know what I'm saying? And
Right. Yeah.
this is the base of what I seen. I could be fucking
Right.
wrong. Like you might. I mean, like I fuck with Lil Wayne heavy. We just talking about Cardi B. Like
And that's not
I
even
fuck
what
with
it's
Lil Wayne
about.
heavy.
Right. It's not even about that. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Hell, I remember when he performed in motherfucking what BET Awards. It was like years ago. This had to been like '09 or some shit like that.
Mm.
And then that performance was kind of like it was a whole like Cash Money shit. And it was just kind of like it wasn't. I mean, I enjoyed this because I enjoyed the songs, but it's just like as far as like getting the crowd hype, it's kind of like
Performance quality. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
Exactly.
it's just like it is what it is. But I mean,
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
yeah,
That's a good point about the performance, like quality, because it's definitely there's definitely a difference. You can have great music and be a great rapper. That's nothing to do with it. That's nothing to do with it. It's about like your stage presence there. Because like you're performing at the
exactly.
Super Bowl. You're performing for like what, a fucking billion people or some crazy shit like that. Hundreds of millions at least. Like hundreds of millions of people.
Right.
So you gotta have stage presence. You know what I mean? So and maybe I'm a little cold and calculated because I'm in the music business and stuff. But like from a business standpoint, I'm not surprised Hove was like, yeah, that's the better business choice right there. Get the guy who's gonna do a better performance because we got a whole lot of people watching, and some of them don't give a fuck about New Orleans hip hop. They don't care about that. Like I look at it also that way too, where it's like, yeah, I mean, he's a better performer. So you want to get someone who's a good performer. And I'm not saying Lil Wayne's not a good performer necessarily because I haven't seen him myself, but I've seen the clips as well, and they don't based on what I saw in 2022, like it's not the same level. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
facts,
nah.
facts. And I forgot what I was about to say. And oh, okay, and then look at the year that Kendrick had.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Right. Right.
With
That
the
too.
beef, with the beef he had with Drake, the fucking like not like us being like basically the top song of the year. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then going to it,
Yeah.
him announcing the tour that he's about to have next year with SZA, which is about to be
Right.
fire. I just got my
Right.
tickets today. Me
Yes,
and my girl about to
sir.
go. Me and my girl about to go to that shit. That shit.
Good
I know that shit about
choice.
to be live.
Good choice.
And speaking of which, he just dropped this motherfucking album like maybe what 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Right. Yeah. Right. 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 There's a lot of
DNX just
hype.
dropped.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of hype with this motherfucking album. But the album is motherfucking fire.
It is
And he
fire.
dropped that shit. And he dropped that shit randomly as fuck. You know, most
Right.
people drop that shit Friday at
I know.
midnight.
I
That
was
nigga dropped
so fucking excited, dog. Like going into Thanksgiving too. I was like, oh my god, yes. But
right.
like you said, I had no fucking idea that he was gonna do that.
My
Yeah,
homegirl hit
bro.
me up. She was like, "Yo, so you're not gonna tell me that Kendrick dropped the album?" Like, nigga, I just found out about it. What you mean?
Yeah, I found I was working and my wife came in the room and she was like, "Oh, Kendrick just dropped an album." I was like,
Same,
"What?"
same. I
Like,
was like, I was driving, I drive for work and shit. I'm driving, like, I was at a light. I just happened to go on my YouTube music. I'm like, okay, you release this. I was like, Kendrick?
That's what I'm saying. And let me ask
The
you, bro,
fuck?
would you have stopped the car if it was Lil Wayne? And that's no disrespect, but if Lil Wayne had dropped an album, would you have like done
Now,
that?
no.
That's
If
what I'm
this was
saying.
like,
Like,
now, no. If this was like 15 years ago, yes,
right.
definitely.
That's very different. But
But
yeah,
now, no.
exactly. And like you said, like all the things you said, exactly valid. Like the rollout to this, he's got, like you said, he had the beef, he has the number one song, and that's not even an exaggeration. That fucking song is so enormous, a global hit. And he's got the album, and and let's not forget the Amazon shit did fucking huge numbers. So he already did
Yeah,
that.
pull up
And
close.
again,
Yeah.
people
Fact.
mad at people mad at Hove, like, what are you doing there? Like Hove is a fucking businessman too. He's looking at the numbers. They looked at Amazon. He brought a lot of viewers. That's how you make the argument. You best believe that Hove, being a businessman, was at the table with the NFL talking to him about that. Like, hey, listen, we could get this guy. Look at how many numbers he did at Amazon. We could get those people here. Like, that's all business.
Right.
So it's like, again, like you gotta look at the bigger picture. It's not like don't zoom in on one little detail. And I will say this too, Drake and Nicki Minaj both like trying to like hype him up. I don't think that's unrelated to the beef between Drake and Kendrick either.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What I'm saying? There's a lot of sorry feelings going around the room. So they did
Exactly.
they hyping in on random shit. But yeah,
So, what's your thoughts on the album?
the fucking album's amazing, bro. That album is perfect. I mean, I love it, bro. Like I he's just talking his shit the whole album. And it's like that's it's perfect because for me it's like, bro, if anybody earned that shit, it's Kendrick. A lot of rappers now, like the style is such that like everybody's talking this shit all the time. What the fuck did you really do? As he says in the song, what the fuck did you do to be the greatest of all time? Like that challenge. Like a lot of people talk shit, but like he can actually back all that shit up. He's got classic albums, and he's been just so respected that it's like, yes, like please, like exactly, like talk your shit the same way you did on Not Like Us. Make it like a fucking whole album. And I really feel like that's kind of what the vibe of the album is for me. It's just him just going off, and it is fucking great, man. I love the energy. Some of my favorite beats that I've heard him rap on came on this album. A lot of West Coast style beats. Just a lot of bangers on this album. And back to the Super Bowl real quick. It's gonna sound good on a stage, on a big stage. This album especially, probably more than any of the other ones. This one's got bangers. It's got fucking bangers. So he'll be doing
It definitely
like,
do.
you know what I mean? So like, yeah, I love the energy of it. Of course, he's rapping, like, doing a great job. And I also love the some of the LA artist features, the LA artists that I haven't heard of. He brings
Yeah.
he brings them in there, and it kind of felt like he just pulled them off the stage of that like concert he did in LA. Like he just brought, hey, come into the studio. Like he's bringing some of that regional LA flavor, and I like that too. That's just authentic, and that to me, I think it's a dope album. What'd you think of it, man?
Well, I loved it, man. I loved it. I feel like it's too early. It's only been a couple weeks, like 2, 3 weeks. but I feel like it's still kind of early to call it like like the top album of the year.
Mm.
Personally, you know what I'm saying. I want to give it some time to kind of I want the hype to kind of die down a little bit and to kind of like let it age a little bit before I can even say that.
I hear you, man.
You know what I'm saying? So that'll probably
Yeah,
be like a next year subject.
yeah.
Here's another
Nah, I
type of
feel you,
thing
man.
where I'd be like, okay, this is top five of the year type shit. But overall, album was fire. He definitely had the West Coast vibes, like you said. Like he brought like a lot of West Coast artists that you probably never heard of type shit. Um, he brought the real Heart Part 6, not the Drake
Yeah,
bullshit.
that was
The actual Heart
yeah,
Part 6. I love that shit. I love that. I love
yeah.
the SWV sample. Like he picked like some good beats, good
He picks
samples.
some
Like
good ass beats.
he had some laid back shit. He had some hype shit. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
had some like West Coast shit. Like he had a little bit of everything in that joint. So I fucked with it heavy. If I had to pick my top three favorite
Yeah, standard
songs,
out. Yeah, about that. You stand out tracks. Yeah.
yeah, my stand for me personally, the Heart Part 6. Well, I'm picking my favorites. The Heart Part 6. Um, this song gets a lot of flack, but fucking Dodger Blues was one of my favorite songs.
Dodge was fire, bro.
A lot of people would say that's like the worst song, and I was like, how, Sway? But like, so yeah, Heart Part 6, Dodger Blue, and I'm probably gonna say Reincarnated. Just cause like he's sampled pop. He's sampled pop.
Right. You
I
gotta
fuck
do
with that.
that.
I'm a Pac fan. I'm a Pac kid, so like, yeah, I gotta go.
Uh,
Honorable
for me,
mention.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, honorable mention Luther and
You just
Slow.
named the whole album, bro.
Right.
You just gave like 13 or 14 tracks. Oh shit. Well, for me, Luther, Hey Now, TV Off. Those are probably my top three. Just get some bangers,
Bastard.
man. I fucking love that. Like I knew that shit would become a meme right away. I love those
Right.
two. My little nephews were rapping along to it. It was fucking great.
Oh, that's fine.
Thanksgiving, we were bumping it. Oh, and then Squabble Up too. I love that. I love the energy of that one. And then the Heart Part 6. Yeah, those are my top five. So Heart Part 6, TV Off, Hey Now, Luther, Squabble Up. Yeah, those are my favorite ones. I mean, I can't say none of them were like throwaways to me at all, like whatsoever. You know what I mean? They're all like, yeah,
They're all fine.
and it's not like the longest album, and a part of me is like, damn, I wish it was longer. But it's just all that means is that Spotify cycles it again because I just keep playing the shit.
So on that, I seen a rumor that he might drop another album next week.
That's ridiculous. Is it gonna be a deluxe album or like a whole new shit or something?
No, I think like a whole new shit.
Hey, go ahead, man. Like, listen, that's what everybody else fucking does now. Like, you put out like a deluxe, a triple deluxe, or you put out a whole new album. That'd be
Right.
amazing, man.
Right, Megan did that. Like Megan did that this year.
Megan did that.
I mean, the
yeah.
Megan album was good. I ain't gonna hold you, Megan. The beat she picked was actually kind of cool. Actually fire.
That's what's up, man. I didn't really listen to it like that.
So I try to give everybody a chance. So I listened to. I
Megan Act 2, yeah. I heard the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, Megan Act 2 was like the extended version.
Basically, yeah. But the songs that were extended were actually fire. So I was like, all right, like Bigger in Texas. I don't think that was on the first one. I was just like, yeah. It definitely had that Texas vibe to it. I was like, okay. And the chorus, the Megan vibe too, because it's Megan. So like,
yeah, you know what you're gonna get.
Exactly. But no, Megan be rapping her ass off. When
No,
she really wants to,
definitely true.
when she really wants to, she raps her ass off. So
Absolutely.
niggas that
Yeah,
motherfuckers
man.
that be hating on Megan, I'm like, hey, you can't hate on Megan, my nigga. Like, hey,
That's crazy. Yeah.
musically, I'm saying musically.
Oh, music. Yeah.
I'm not talking about personal shit, but musically,
She does
she
her
can
thing.
her ass off. For sure. And I did want to point this out, just like, cause the whole Lil Wayne, like,
Yeah. Point this out. Yeah.
Like when you look at the title, like look at the album covers, like you got the Carter 2 with the Maybach, and then you got the GNX. So it's kind of similar. It's kind of similar.
Man, that's actually hilarious.
I literally just noticed that shit when I was looking at shit when I was like grabbing pictures. Shit, I was like, oh damn, That's kind of
Yeah,
like
that's
I don't
crazy,
know if that's
man.
cool. I don't know if that's coincidence
What do
or if
you
he did
think?
that shit on purpose. No, I feel like personally it's coincidence, but it's just like it's a big ass coincidence. Like both black and white, they both
Listen,
posted on
hey,
the
yo, listen.
car.
If his shirt was off, that'd be a wrap,
Right. If
dog.
his
If
shirt
his
was off,
shirt
then I'll
was
be like,
off,
I
his
would be
shirt
like,
was
hey,
off,
bro,
and those
come on
pants
now.
were a little bit, baggier. It'd be like, come on, man. But
And then
yeah,
even look at
I think it's coincidence.
even look at the tour picture. But I mean, black and white is not like that's definitely a coincidence. Cause like
That's what I'm
dude,
saying. Yeah, but that's why I'm gonna say it's not uncommon for rappers to pose in front of a car. It's not uncommon for
yeah,
black and white to
yeah,
be, you know what I mean. But that's funny you did that because you mentioned that because it's definitely true though. There's definitely a comparison and I think segueing into the the like the one comment he has on Lil Wayne. I think it's in the intro. Um,
yeah.
where he's what he said, I bumped a Carter 3, held my rolly chain up proud. Um, Ironic or something like that. Ironic that my hard work let Lil Wayne down. That line.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, I don't. To me, like, there's no diss in that, like at all. Like I don't know. Like I think people were kind of like, oh, he like took a shot at Lil Wayne. That's not taking a shot at Lil Wayne,
It's
bro.
definitely not
Like
a shot.
go look at what he did to Drake. You want to see what taking a shot looks like. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's what taking a shot looks like.
Facts though, like,
He was
hey,
just
yeah,
speaking his mind. And like how could he not speak his mind, bro? Like it almost be disrespectful if he didn't. It's Lil Wayne. Like, you know what I mean? He's a legend. So it's like, yeah, you feel a kind of way about that. You might feel a kind of way about Snoop, doing reposting, whatever. But yeah, I thought it was so minor. Like it's all good. Like it was the perfect line that he did too, because it reminded me of J. Cole let Nas down, right? He did the let Nas
yeah.
down
I
song.
was just about to say that
So
shit
I
too.
was like, it's the perfect one because like it was the same. I think there's a deeper. I wouldn't be surprised, but I would say there's probably a deep respect. Kendrick has probably a deep respect for Lil Wayne just for loving hip hop culture the way he does. It's
Yeah,
pretty hard to not. You might not like the dude or something, but it's pretty hard to not respect what Lil Wayne's done. So it seemed real respectful to me. It was just like it was just kind of funny. I think it is funny. Like, what I mean, he did his thing, and that ended up getting him the slot, the Super Bowl slot. But
yeah, facts.
no harm, no foul, kind of shit.
Hell yeah. I mean, at that point, it is what it is.
Did you think anything about that? Like, was that?
But that line, nah, not at all. Not at all. I didn't take it as a jab personally, but I'm not Lil Wayne, so I mean,
Yeah,
but I just feel like people just try to just like because after the whole Kendrick Drake shit, niggas is just kind of like, oh, hold on, my nigga Chris, what up, big dog? Everybody questionable. I mean, hey, I can feel that. Shout out to Chris being on the show. What up, big dog?
What's up, man? Or
And
Esther
nah,
there's
bro.
more. Yeah,
No, that's
good.
good. Especially after the whole Diddy shit. Yeah, everybody's questionable.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on. You just didn't mention Diddy.
Yeah, he had that shit ready. He
I
had that
did. You
shit
know,
ready, bro.
I always gotta have Dilla ready. Pause. But I always got him.
Pause.
Pause. But then, what was I talking? What was I about to say? I forgot what I was about to say that quickly, bro.
About GNX, or we got a comment. Hold on.
Your whole list is a high regard. You don't make him look human. Oh no, no, fact. No, I hold everybody accountable. Fuck all that. I don't give a damn who you is. Nigga, if you do some questionable shit, you do some questionable shit.
Right. Yeah. I feel the same way.
I feel like for me personally, I'm just talking about me personally. I feel like I try to be as most unbiased as possible when it comes to most shit. I try to be as unbiased as I possibly can with everything, and that's just in life in general. Like what I'm saying, like even if you're homework, like if you did wrong, I'm gonna let you know you did shit wrong.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get what you
I
mean.
mean, I call you out in front of everybody, but I'm like,
Right.
hey, bro,
Right.
you you fucked up, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That type shit. But yeah. Niggas is definitely crestable in this motherfucker. And you realize what's always about this album?
You say what?
Any last remarks about the album?
About the album, man? Listen to that shit. Go fucking play it right now. That's it.
All right. How you feel about the tour?
Oh, the tour's gonna be fucking amazing, man. Like, I think that's gonna be. That's perfect. I'm glad you took your girl to the show. That is a perfect. The two of them. I mean, listen, bro. That's
That
discography. Got discography. They got so many hits. And this stuff, it's perfect. I think it's gonna be fantastic.
oh yeah, it's gonna
And
be a dope ass show.
I say this too. I haven't seen SZA perform, but I've seen Kendrick perform, and I have no doubt that he'll fill the whole stadium up. You know, not everybody can do that. You know, a big performance like that. Kendrick can though. His music is big like that, and he knows how to perform. You know what I mean? I saw him at arena. You know, it's a smaller Capital One Arena, is smaller than the wherever he's going to perform in Charlotte. But yeah, he's gonna be it's gonna be a fantastic performance. And yeah, girls love SZA, so yeah, that's gonna be great.
Just
Oh,
love,
good.
love.
Yeah, I like when we get comments. He did something, he definitely called them out.
It wasn't harsh, but he definitely carried the shit out of the way. I feel that. That's fair. I feel that
Oh
shit. I feel
yeah.
that shit. The pick a side shit. 'Cause I mean, Lil Wayne's obviously gonna go with fucking Drake because he signed that nigga. So like,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good point.
I
That's
get that shit
interesting
too.
too.
Yeah, I get that too. I get that too. Hey, my nigga Norris, what up, big dog?
Hey,
Norris
don't
on the show.
apologize for long comments ever, bro. Nah, this we want it to be a back and forth, man.
Yeah. Keep doing the
We
shit.
good,
Yeah,
bro.
for sure. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit, big dog.
Yeah,
Hell
no.
yeah. But say talk about the motherfucking goat. Hey,
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, who knows?
all right, Norris on the show.
I saw
Nigga said
Norris's name.
peekaboo. All right, Norris. All right, real quick before we get to the verse, Norris, since you're on the show right now, real quick, your top. Should I say top 3 or top 5?
Top three. Give him
All
top
right,
three.
top 3. Yeah, your top 3 favorite songs from the album. We give you some time. We'll give you a little second. I'm assuming Peekaboo's in there, unless you just like.
He just said peekaboo again. He typed it again.
Peekaboo.
I fucking love that one too. See, it's hard for me. It was hard for me to pick that.
It was some fire ass track on the motherfucker.
Peekaboo,
Definitely
I
some
love
fire
that one
track.
too. I want to listen to it right now. The second we start talking about it, like
wait till once we get up on Facebook and YouTube, then we could do that shit. The Twitch and Twitter don't care. Twitch and Twitter don't care.
okay. Yeah, nah, man. And the one thing I'll say, yeah, you take your time, bro. One thing I will say while we're waiting for Norris is it's interesting too. Like you compare this album to some of his other albums. Now I don't always like to compare too much because it's just like fucking apples and oranges. Like what he did before isn't what he's doing now. But I would say it's interesting to me because this album is just like all bangers. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like his other albums are so different. His other albums have been so different. Like Damn's definitely had a lot of bangers too. You know what I mean? But this one, like to me, also what made this album dope is the context of it, in which he hasn't put out albums just like this before. You know what I mean? And that's Kendrick. He's always doing some new shit. He's always doing some new shit, and that's what makes him interesting. You know what I mean? Like you said, you stop your truck. You're like, hold on, like what happened? Kendrick released? Like I had the same moment. I had the same moment when my wife came in the room. She was like, Kendrick released. Like it's a fucking moment. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, really? Like because you know he's gonna hit you with some shit you haven't quite heard before because he's that kind of artist. So that's that. I'll also say that as another thing about the album that's really dope. You haven't heard this shit before. You know what I mean? It's nothing like Pimp a Butterfly. Pimp a Butterfly in this, like compare the two, like that's totally different.
Okay,
Yeah, I had Luther and TV
right
off of my
down,
top 5.
girls. Luther, yeah, Luther's definitely fire.
I love Luther, man. That's musically that might be my favorite one. Honestly, it's how smooth that shit is. The sample.
If this world,
that sample is fucking crazy. The strings, the string arrangement in the background as a
it's crazy.
That shit.
Whenever I think about like that song, like that sample, I think of fucking what's the movie? The Wood.
The Wood.
I don't know if you've seen The Wood.
I've seen it. No. What is it about? I'm gonna look it up.
It's about the 3 kids in Inglewood. They live in Inglewood. And they were just talking about like them growing up and type shit. And then get married. So like it's the whole thing with that.
Oh, I see Omar Epps and shit. Okay.
Yeah, Omar Epps and that. But yeah, at one point it was a school dance they went to, and fucking the girl that she had a crush on, her older brother was like, yo, she likes that song. If this world were mine, with Luther
Oh,
Vandross.
let the baby know.
So that song plays. Go ahead, and get a dance with her, type shit. And the song
Oh,
played, and he danced with her. So yeah, anytime I hear that sample, I think about that.
About that scene in the movie. Yeah, that's dope, man.
It might be stretched, like that's another kind of like West Coast reference to what Kendrick could.
That's dope. That's really dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, Inglewood, South Central. Yeah, man. I think TV was 4 days.
That's fair. That's
fair. Man. That's gotta be one of my favorite like bangers. You know, when I think about Kendrick's bangers, like that might be that's up there for me, bro. That's up there. I think of like DNA and shit. Like, yeah, that's way up there. TVR. Love that shit, man.
Like, just in case you're missing Norris, my top three, personal top three is The Heart Part 6, Dodger Blue, and what other? Did I say Reincarnate? Yeah, I said
Reincarnated. You said Reincarnated, yeah.
Yeah.
I said TV off, Hey Now, and Luther. Those are my top three. Yeah. But, you know, and top three, yeah.
If I'm doing top five, then I gotta add Luther. Then I also gotta add what's the other joint? I forgot the fifth song. I said that quickly. That's crazy. But yeah, definitely Luther, Heart Part 6, Darja Blue.
Heart Part 6 is dope.
Reincarnated.
Oh man, I love Man at the Garden too, though.
Oh yeah.
I love Man at the Garden.
He makes shut the fuck up.
I like Carpus because he makes shut the. What did he say? I missed that shit.
My bad. Go ahead. And that's what I meant to bring up because
I didn't even
see
show in Canada. Oh, that's hilarious! I didn't even see that in the Heart Part 6.
I think it's the show before he comes to Maryland. I think he's going to fucking Canada.
He's going to Canada. That's funny as fuck.
Funny as fuck. And also, Norris, I did get my tickets for Charlotte, so I will be in Charlotte for the fucking Kendrick concert. So
yeah, you guys gotta link up.
We definitely gonna link up like a motherfucker, bro, for sure. Me and my girl gonna tell the bitch. So yeah.
Yo, I gotta look up. Is he going to Toronto? I hope he's going to Toronto.
I think it is Toronto. I think it's Toronto, bro. Like that is.
Oh man, that's fucking hilarious.
Like shit, nigga, let's fucking go. Like, yeah.
No, I love that. I love that petty shit though. Keep that going. Keep that going.
Hell yeah. And it makes you hype for the fucking for the Super Bowl too. Like,
Super Bowl, I can't fucking wait for that, bro. I can't wait to hear those songs on the stage too. And I did want to say this too. There's so much to talk about with this album. I know we got other shit to do, but
yeah,
with this album, like, what was I gonna say? Man, I just fucking blanked, dog. What was I gonna say?
I've been blanking all night, bro.
I had ready to say about it. Was it with Drake? Oh yeah. I read this review on Pitchfork, right? And I respect Pitchfork because I like they're real like intellectual and shit, and they got a lot of good commentary. But one thing that came out of the interview, I saw the review of GNX, which was not very favorable. Mm-hmm. The dude was like. The dude who reviewing it was like, oh man, like it's so petty and like the beef was so lame and like it's sad the way Kendrick like attacked Drake. It's sad. He kept saying it's sad or whatever. And it kind of, I was talking with my wife about this on social media and shit. A lot of people saying like, you know, talking about Kendrick, like, oh, like it's sad what he did, or that was like mean. That was like mean of Kendrick. Like, you know, like Drake trying to protect Drake and shit. Like there's that kind of like shit going on, right? And I'm like, bro, like I feel like some people don't understand hip hop culture, bro. It's like a fucking boxing match. You know what I'm saying? They're punching each other the fuck out. So it's like, some people are in the stands, right? They're watching the boxing match and they're like, oh, why are they hurting each other? Like this is nice.
That's so violent.
That's so violent. This is so bad. Like go fucking watch a volleyball game. Like, you know, it's like I feel like they don't get like that's so normal. That's like this is normal. Like so for people that are outside of the culture, like they're upset about it. Oh, this was violent. Yeah, exactly. This was violent. Like this is what fucking hip hop has always been, bro. Like since '79, they're battling in the South Bronx. So, like you don't fucking get it. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody was defending Ja Rule. 50 was.
Hey, nobody was. Yo, listen. There's a lot of examples in that in history, right? But Drake, for some reason, Drake. Oh, he's a nice guy. Like, really? Is he really a fucking nice guy? Did you listen to the lyrics in Kendrick's song? But like, okay, like something about him. People want to say, oh, he's, you know, that was me. Like they just don't get it. That's one thing I just wanted to share real quick. It's beef, bro. Like
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. Like compare, like yeah. See, compare, like that's a great
Yeah,
comparison. So like,
compared to that
like
shit, yeah.
compare it to that. Like this is what we're
Like that shit
talking
got
about.
personal.
That wasn't a boxing match. People get shot. Like that's different. Like you know,
Hey,
so that's a different level of beef. But I'd be
robbery,
curious what they
shit
have.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, that's another thing I see too. People confused. Like, they don't understand the shit, or they're in their feelings because they love Drake and he lost or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I had to just say that though. I've been thinking about that.
And real quick, I know you talked about this before the show. You wanted to bring this up. Norris just brought it up. How you feel about Drake suing UMG?
So fucking stupid. I can't fucking stand it. Honestly, bro, I think it's real lame. Like it's super lame. You're extending your L. It's just it's pathetic. But now on top of that, also from a business standpoint, like me being in music, bro, like yo, you are the last motherfucker to be suing over streams. Like you have the amount of streams that you've got in your career. Like yes, we being people in the industry, like we know that like yes, record companies like have a big say in how many streams actually like post. And yes, there are some shady business practices. But bro, Drake, you have fucking benefited just as much as anybody else. So now you want to cry about the shit and then and sue. It's the most pussy move, bro. It is so pussy.
And didn't he say cease and desist for hoes?
Yeah, he said that too. Yeah. And then Metro Boomin shared the email, right? Like,
Right.
bro, like you're like he was
Like,
just
bro,
such a pussy. Like stop it. Just stop it, bro. Like
you
I
you
wish
trying
he
to
would just stop. Like stop. You have a legendary career. Like what the fuck else do you want, bro? But just like stop doing it.
and
Like,
then
yeah, exactly.
right,
Like
and then you get mad because like they're spreading like false rumors, but then you talk about in the Heart Part 6 that you spread the false rumors to Kendrick, so he
right,
put the shit out there. So it's like my
right.
nigga, like all
Just
this shit
stop
is
it,
on
bro.
you to begin with. Like my nigga, like come on, bro. Like
Just take the L, bro. He knocked you the fuck out. Like it is what it is. Like,
right, literally. And this is why niggas don't trust you.
right. Yeah, exactly. This is why people are like, maybe he is a pedophile. He be lying about all kinds of shit. Like,
Right. Shit, I believe it, bro.
oh, man.
Big nose. Big nose. Oh.
Oh man, that shit was
But that
hilarious.
shit really was a 20v1 though. Like I will give credit to Drake though. Like that nigga,
Yeah, you deserve
that
some
nigga has
credit.
some fire as this. He has fire as
He
this.
didn't get knocked out in the first round. Like, no, he didn't get knocked out in the
No.
first round.
It wasn't the
Let's
first
not
one
pretend
knockout.
like he did. No, he didn't. He lasted
Like
a
I
couple
remember,
rounds.
because it wasn't if Kendrick didn't drop Meet the Grams 20 minutes after he dropped Family Matters.
Yeah.
Like Family Matters was a. That was the
No, it was
best.
hard
Out
though.
of all the Drake disses that he did, Drake that was Drake's best diss to me
I
personally.
agree.
Family Matters.
It was his grimiest one for sure. Like
Yeah,
for
that was
me,
definitely grimy one.
definitely grimy.
He definitely tried to match Euphoria, with the 3 different beats and shit.
Yeah, no, he did his
Granted,
thing though.
he did, especially with the first and third verse. I was like, oh yeah, especially the third one.
Yeah,
I was like,
so
yeah, he went off on them.
I'm glad we can give.
He said for
But
about 2 hours I was nervous.
yeah, no, me too. Actually, I was in North Carolina at my I was though. Yeah, no, let's be honest though. Yeah, formidable. It is true. It is definitely true.
Drake did his
Like,
shit. I ain't go, yeah.
but that's why too I get frustrated. It's like, bro, you say you're a rapper, you show up in the first 2 rounds, you're boxing, right? You show up in the first 2 rounds, and then you get beat up, and then you go crying that, oh, why are we in a boxing match? I'm gonna sue you. Like, bro, like pick one. Like either you're in it or you're not in it. Like either just get the fuck out of the ring because like you're rapping.
I don't want to diss you anymore. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Literally word for word, bar for bar. I don't want to diss you anymore. Like, nigga.
Man, he needs to figure himself the fuck out because like you're one of the two, bro. Either you're a pop star, or you're a rapper. Like figure this shit out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like.
Literally how it went. Like, oh God, that's literally how it went, bro. Like, dog, like nigga, what are we talking about right now? Like, bro, like
some sad shit, bro. Sad shit. His publicist should have told him to shut the fuck up. His lawyer, whoever.
Not even Ja Rule went out that bad. Like, come on, bro. Like,
hell no, bro. Hell no. Yeah.
Now, granted, Ja Rule, he had legal issues, so he could say what he really wanted to say because his record label was getting sued. So like you couldn't say too much at that point. But like like, even Ja Rule didn't take like
no.
Didn't go that route. You know what I'm saying? Like, he at least dropped Clap Back. Niggas dropped a whole album. This is 50 Cent. Granted, the album wasn't good, but you know what I'm saying? Like
I can't think of a worse. Like what's a worse? Like I don't know. Like off the top of my head, like of high profile beefs, I can't really think about a worse.
That was that
like,
bad.
No, just like the extension of the L that Drake has been doing, like like suing after the fact. I can't think of anybody who's
no.
Like I can't think of anybody who's done that. Like, and there's been a lot of high profile beefs in rap, but like
exactly, when it's time to squabble,
it's true. This is part of the reason why I stopped listening to Drake after a certain point. When I started trying to be a little too hard, like just don't do it, man.
Well, what was the clip from that one show? Teach your man how to squabble. He said, "Oh, maybe T.I. and Lil Flip."
Yeah,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. Yeah.
No, but how did Lil Flip? Like, did Lil Flip sue his ass afterwards though?
I mean, he didn't sue.
Yeah,
it's just how the shit. Yeah.
How bad it went.
Oh.
No, I see what you mean, and I see what you mean, Norris. I guess I'm talking about something a little different. I'm talking about just going out sad, just like not just that you lost, but that and it was a bad loss, but that you like fucking you just couldn't accept the loss and you had to sue somebody. You're like, exactly, his career is over. It is what it is, But like, yeah, I just feel like this is next level. Like,
fuck Lil Flip up with that. T.I. went to that nigga's hood.
That's real.
That's what fucked him up.
Yeah.
Went to his hood and just
he went to the hood, just ran up with a bunch of guns. Like, a whole bunch of them ran up in there. Yeah, so
I don't think anybody's ever sued. I don't think everybody's ever sued.
It's just.
I mean, there's rumors that 50.
Listen, bro. I grew up in the suburbs, bro. Like, this is that kind of shit. Like, bro, this is that kind of shit. Like, you know what I mean?
50 had
like this is some suburban shit right here.
like Murder Inc. That's like the
like it's some very suburban beef. Like, talking gangster, and then
There's rumors that 50 had a restraining order against like Murder Inc. and all them after he got stabbed, allegedly. But I don't know how true that document really is though. But that's like probably the closest that I could think of. But I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I mean, I think for me, he still got stabbed though. Like, it is nothing going. He ran into the police.
I mean, he got hit.
I can see that though. I can see
got poked. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. Hey,
I mean, it's just.
Yeah. You stupid as hell. He said, "Go watch the What's everything."
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Motherfucker never loved us.
Exactly. When I heard that shit, I was like, bro, like, just no. Like, I didn't really like it. You fucking with it though when it came out?
No, not that song, but the album is on. That album, Nothing Was the Same.
I liked a couple songs.
That's my favorite Drake. That's my favorite Drake album personally. Nothing Was the Same.
Oh, was that? Oh, wait, that was Nothing Was the Same. I was thinking. I was confusing it with if you're reading it too late.
Oh no, that
was the one where I was like,
you're probably thinking of what's the song? Enemies. No, Energy. That's probably the song.
Energy. Yeah, it's like that era of Drake when he was like trying to be real hard. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. My favorite Drake was actually Take Care. To be honest, Take Care. Not Take Care. No, the one before that. Thank Me Later. That's my favorite. That was my favorite.
Yours, my nigga. Shit, yeah.
In
my opinion, yeah. Followed by if you're reading this now, it's too late. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, man.
That was like if you're reading this now, it's too late. It's probably like Drake's last. Maybe I don't want to say realist album, but I'm gonna say realist. That's the only word I can think of right now. That's probably like his last realist album. After that, it was kind of like Scorpion was straight.
I like
her loss was straight too, where him and Twin was having. Other than that,
I didn't really like if you're too late, whatever it's called. I didn't really like it that much because for me, it just was like it had some catchy shit, but it was like a little too hard. He was trying to be a little too hard for me, and I was just like, I don't really like it. The sensitive Drake, it felt more real to me. I was like, okay, he's being himself. I can fuck with this a little bit. But
That's
like,
why you
yeah,
fuck. That's why you fuck with Take Care. I feel that.
exactly. Take it like well, actually, I say "Take Me Later" is my favorite one. "Take Me Later," I
Oh,
feel like had a good.
okay.
That
That's
had
what
a
it
good balance for me. It has tracks like "Over" and it has tracks that are more like singing songy shit. It felt more real to me. But I would
is.
say I did like Scorpion the first disc of Scorpion,
The
like the
rap, the
rap
rap one,
rap
the
version. I
rap
like
one.
that one. I like the number of tracks on
Yeah.
that. But that's really the last time I listened to like a Drake album all the way through. Except for I did do what's it called? This is the one with all the pregnant girls on the cover. The one with the I
Certified
forget.
Lover Boy.
Certified Love. I did listen to that all the way through, but it wasn't like it
Yeah.
was some boring shit. I didn't like it. But yeah, that was the last time.
Jade. I think that is. I think that is Scorpion. Yeah, someone Jade. I think that is Scorpion. I like that you said now that I'm more mature. No, that's real though. Cause there's plenty of songs that I listened to like when I was like mad younger. Then I went back and listened to it. I was like, I have a whole different take on it now.
Whole different perspective. Yeah. A
Yeah, a
lot of
whole
time
different
we do that
perspective.
shit.
Like I ain't gonna hold you. Like for just for example, when Kanye did 808 and Heartbreak, I ain't fuck with that shit at first. When it first came out, I'm like, because I was over the whole autotunes shit at that point. But then like maybe like 10 years later, I went back and listened to the shit. I was like, you know
Wow,
what? This album was actually
it's pretty good.
album was
Yeah,
actually really good.
I might have to revisit that one.
Yeah, it was
Certified. Yeah,
it was actually really good. I was like, okay, it's actually fire. So like
yeah,
that
yeah,
just shows you like that just shows as you get older, like your like taste matures.
for sure.
It
Absolutely,
is mature, yeah.
absolutely.
Lil Flip's album is still trash though.
Love.
Lil Flip, you still got film. It's still trash. It's still
Yeah, I
trash.
remember we listened to Game. We listened to Game Over when we were in the studio that one time. I
Oh
remember that
yeah,
shit.
that was
That
like the
shit was
only good song.
hilarious.
That was the only good song. That and the shit he did with Thinks Is My Beat. That was the only good to me. That was the only good song to me.
Yeah, that shit
But
didn't
the
age
album
well
was
for me.
trash.
That shit did not
Trash.
age well.
And he had super trash. And this nigga had the nerve to make it a double album.
Even a double
The
album.
nerve to make it a
I
double
love
album.
that. That's
I was
business.
like, my
That
nigga,
is business. That is not art. That is
how
like,
you
let me
have two
sell two.
CDs, only two songs are good? Like my nigga.
A
The only reason that shit even went platinum was the fact that it was a double album.
double
Otherwise,
album. He
that
went
shit would have
gold.
barely went gold. That shit would have barely went gold. Like my nigga, like what is we talking about? And the crazy part is, I fuck with Little Flip on features. Like when he's featured on
Little
like
flip.
Thinks Is
Yeah,
Mafia
he was
shit,
alright.
that shit's
Yeah,
fire. This shit's like
he was
Ryan
alright.
Spinners,
Yeah.
that shit was fire. When you did the fucking Rainbow Six, no Rainbow Colors, that shit was fire.
Rainbow
Fucking
colors.
Like a Pimp with David Banner, shit was fire.
Like a pet. Oh wow, yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
like them shits was fire, but that actual album, trash.
Yeah,
Nah, nah. Now,
and
granted,
I think
I haven't
yeah,
listened to any other his projects, so those might have been good, but based off that one album, I can't. I'm sorry, bro.
no, I hear you on that, man. And I feel like on that point too, in terms of Drake, like you got to acknowledge he had some good shit, a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
he
good
definitely
shit.
did.
That's the thing. Like I want people to understand, like he has a ton of good music. He's a great musician. He's got tons of he's got amazing music. You know, I'm not the biggest Drake fan. He's got amazing music and a huge legacy. So it's like again, like yeah, I forgot about like a
A
pimp
lot of
too.
people forget. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's funny, bro.
And that was like what 03? That was like 03
Something
when
like
that shit
that.
came
Somewhere
out. Yeah,
around
yeah,
that
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was around that time when he was popping.
But yeah, no, like it's not even an indictment on Drake not being talented. It's just about Drake and this beef. That's really it. He's got catalog for days.
Facts.
And speaking of catalog, we still doing
Right.
the verses, bro. It's like
Speaking of catalogs, I'm glad you did the same because I was about
yeah,
to
let's
exactly
segue
that
out of
shit.
this real quick. Yeah,
Because like goddamn, like the main reason we're here today, the main event, we're doing the versus battle, Neptunes versus Timbaland. And I say Neptunes because you got to include fucking Chad Hugo
there you
because
go.
he's a big part, of all them beats and shit. So I will be representing the Neptunes. My boy Nick would be
Yeah,
representing Timbaland,
Timbaland.
Big Timbo, and yeah. So of course, if you watch on the Facebook and on YouTube, unfortunately we can't do the versus battle on those pages because copyright. And I'm not trying to get my motherfucking shit flat, especially the YouTube page.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
serious.
Hold on. As much as I respect Lil Wayne. Nah, he can't. Nah, not now.
Doing tiny desk. Yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree.
Yeah, if this is 07, 08 Lil Wayne,
Oh,
definitely.
it's totally
Yeah,
different.
that would
Totally
be
different story,
amazing.
man. Did he
Even
put a diss track out or something? Did he actually do something or
Lil Wayne?
like?
No, Lil Wayne ain't do
I
shit.
don't think so. He knows better. He knows better than that.
No, what's crazy about Tiny Desk? Tiny Desk actually all the Tiny Desk performances being DC.
Yeah, that's true.
All
Yeah,
them bitches being DC, and I'm like, bro,
NPR.
but
Yeah.
you gotta know somebody to get in that bitch though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the only shit that pissed me off. I'm like, dang. But nah, real quick, we gonna let y'all niggas know, like, all right. So for the versus battle, we can follow us on X. Well, I still call that bitch Twitter because fuck that. But follow us on Twitter /hip_hop_vibes. Follow us there. Or if you're not on Twitter, I know if you're not on Twitter. I know your reasons for not being on Twitter. But you can also follow us on Twitch TV/War Machine 1919. I will share these shits again just to make sure y'all niggas can like, you know, follow the. I'm actually I'll keep the shit up for right now. Get the shit together. What he say? Ooh, you got Timbaland over Neptunes? Ooh.
Yeah, he said I got Timbaland over Nelson. Oh wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Cause like they both do so well in all genres. Like they
Right.
they got hip
It's a
hop,
good comparison. It's a
they
good
got hip hop
comparison.
shit, they got R&B shit, they got pop shit.
It's a good
You know what I'm saying? They
comparison.
got a little bit of rock shit in that whole too. Now I will say, so I did do a Timbaland on Neptune's versus battle on my radio show like years ago. But I will say, to me, and this is me talking, I feel like hip hop wise, Neptune's got it. But if you're talking R&B, Timbaland all day. Timbaland all day.
I'm not gonna share my opinion because because I got a battle. I got to represent Timbaland.
Fast. I'm just keeping the buck. I'm just gonna keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm representing Neptunes. I'm just keeping this shit.
I'm about to share my opinion after we do this shit.
That's fair.
Because
That's fair.
I definitely have a strong opinion on this.
But yeah, hopefully y'all see the Twitch stream. I'll share the Twitter stream one more again for niggas that be on Twitter. And like I said, it's hip_hop_vibes. And I'll probably post that shit again on Facebook. On Facebook and shit too. So niggas and YouTube, well, Facebook, so y'all niggas can actually see the shit. See, no excuse it, yeah. Because if you really think about it, like I ain't gonna say this shit now. Like I'll wait till we actually get to the fucking verses. But yeah. But with that being said, for all y'all that want to check out the verses, make sure y'all follow the Twitter and the Twitch pages. I'll post the shit in Facebook, so y'all niggas can follow. But yeah, we better head over to that bitch right now. So for y'all on Facebook and YouTube, deuces. Everybody else, we'll catch y'all.